Now that we've successfully created and initialized our file space, let's join some additional machines. We're running off our Windows machine. We also have a Mac OS machine and a Linux machine in our configuration. So let's focus first on our Mac OS machine. To join our file space, we're going to use the Filespace name, Filespace Acme. We'll log in as our root user with our password. And we can see on Mac OS, we have our data file that on Windows we contributed data. So let's add more data to our file and save it. And then let's join the same file space on our Linux. And once we're connected to our file space on our Linux machine, we'll equally have a mount point that's accessible, and we can add something else to our data file. So of course we can go directly back to our Windows machine and open up, and we've got more data, something else that we've contributed from our macOS and Linux machines. We joined our file space through the initialization process within our Windows machine. Now that we've got our whole environment of Windows, Mac and Linux, we can also do some additional things across each of those operating systems, such as at the command prompt, run our CLI through Windows, Mac and Linux to do things such as link to our file space without our user interface. So if we perform a lucid unlink and a lucid exit, and we've closed our lucid user interface. To join our file space on Windows at the command prompt is the same across macOS and Linux. We can perform a lucid daemon. We can specify the file space, and we can also provide a mount point. So in this case, I'll select L drive as I'm on Windows. So when we hit enter, we'll be asked for our password. Of course, we could have provided it within the CLI. We supply our password, and we'll now have a mount point on Windows as L drive, which will appear within my computer as L drive and provide us access to our data file, where we can add additional content, save it, which then will be accessible on Mac OS and Linux.